What is up, my beautiful people? Hope you're having a marvelous day. Exile451 here with yet another daily dose of Reddit Happy. Hope you're having a good Monday. Welcome back from the weekend. Let's get started with some stories from r/deciding to be better that hopefully might inspire you to do more to make your life what you want it to be. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Our first story is from user pseudodipthetericum. I just got my first exam grade of the semester back, and I cried because I was so happy. Here's my story. I was a ridiculously high-achieving high school student. I'm not trying to brag, but just to give you some idea of what I was like, I had a 4.0 with 13 AP classes, got 5s on all the tests, got into 2 of the top 5 colleges in the country for my major, including the #1 school, which had been my dream school since I was 11. I was so excited and I thought I was super prepared to do well in college. Well, my freshman year was a disaster. It would take me way too many words to describe exactly what happened, but I brought a lot of baggage with me from high school. Rock bottom self-esteem, basically no study skills since my good memory got me through high school, and a desperate desire to make people like me and have the kind of social life I missed out on before. My mental health hit an all-time low as I started to realize that the people I thought were my friends really didn't care about me, and I was alone again. Not only that, but I couldn't even rely on my grades to make me feel better, like in high school, because I was getting overwhelmed and falling behind. I got a C+ in Organic Chemistry 1, but stupidly took OChem 2 anyway because I thought I could somehow magically get my life together after that. I didn't. I failed OChem 2 and left my freshman year borderline suicidal, feeling hopeless about the future and wondering whether I should drop out or transfer. I didn't do either of those things. I finally got myself into therapy, which was long overdue, and was lucky enough to get an amazing therapist that helped break me out of the negative thought patterns that had demolished my self-esteem and mental health. I signed up for every program related to beating procrastination and developing better study habits I could find on campus. But eventually, I realized that there was no magic strategy. I just had to improve my mental health and find the intrinsic motivation to put enough time into studying. I'm retaking organic chemistry this year to fix my GPA. I took the first exam last week and I thought it went well, but I was still secretly terrified that I hadn't been studying hard enough. The grades just came out and holy crap, I got 100%. 100 freaking percent. The class average was a 70. The professor, who's been teaching at this university for at least 30 years, said no one has ever gotten 100% on one of his exams before. I called my mom and casually said, yeah, I did okay on the first OChem exam. I got 100%. And then almost started sobbing into the phone. You guys, I'm so happy. I know that there's still a ton of work to go through before I can recover from last year's mistakes. But I finally feel like there's some hope for me. I'm mostly just posting here because there's no one I can tell the whole story to in real life. My parents don't believe in mental health issues and think I was just lazy last year. My friends from last year don't care, and I'm not close enough to my new friends yet to open up to them about this stuff. But I just really needed to tell someone. Well, OP, congratulations. Anytime you need to tell someone, the internet can be a good place to do it, at least if you go to the right places. But, that's aside the point. Mainly though, congratulations on getting your life together, or at least starting the process. It seems like you've made a huge and profound change that has really blessed your life. And honestly, yours is a story that I think a lot of people need to hear because so many people are afraid of that stigma of going to therapy and what will people think if I talk about having a mental issue, that they don't do it and just allow themselves to suffer in silence and alone. Thank you so much for having the courage to share your story, to talk about this, and to try and fight back against that stigma. Yours is one that really proves that there is a value in therapy if you need it, and that it can genuinely help. Thank you again for sharing your story, and I truly wish you the best going forward. Please do update and let people know how college is going for you now. Our next story is from user Dominant Subtonic. Trying to be myself again. I haven't been myself for a while. I allowed myself to hit rock bottom once again and hurt people I love on the way down. I couldn't stand the pain I caused. Blindsided by thinking I had become strong by all the struggles I've overcome and put behind me, I failed to see just how weak I was to my old scars. And I crumbled. I've hit rock bottom before, and the climb out was years of agony. I've been down this path before. What's the point of getting out again if I'm just going to end up right back here anyway? So this summer, all I basically did was drink. I drank heavily multiple times a week. Mixed alcohol and Xanax more than I admit. I no longer had hangovers and started getting withdrawals the days I didn't. I took edibles and other types of cannabis, but it never affected me. And I got to the point where I was trying to get a hold of heavier drugs. I realized I had two choices. Continue this path, become an alcoholic, a druggie, lose the few people I have left and my animals, probably my job, stay trapped, and finally give into my suicidal ideation, which I so desperately wanted. Or to do better. I chose better. I started taking depression medication again. I'm okay with drinking about once a month as I used to. However, I haven't bought any alcohol since. Hooray for me! Instead of isolating myself, I'm forcing myself to talk to old friends and old coworkers, distracting myself with old hobbies and walks. I've had a few good days in a row. I didn't have nightmares, night terrors, or sleep paralysis last night. The first night in a long time. I'm doing my best to be a rock for some people depending on me. To be the person I needed for someone else. If I can't help myself, at least I can help someone else feel better. That's basically the only thing that's ever given me purpose. I don't have anyone to confide into. It tends to blow up in my face. But that's okay. That's how it usually is. That's what Reddit is for. I usually delete these kinds of posts quickly, but I'll try to leave this one up. I've worked so hard to become the person I want to be, and I let it slip away. I'd like to get back to that person, to continue on my journey as I had high aspirations for myself, which means I have to try. There's so many days where I don't want to, but I'm here, dragging myself along. At least I'm here. Anyways, there's my spiel. Here's hoping to a better me. Cheers. Well, OP, congratulations on taking the steps to make that change, to have a better tomorrow, to be willing to do the things that would make you better. Most of all, for having the will to overcome those things that were holding you back. The alcohol, the drugs, the suicidal ideation, everything that was holding you back to being the person that you used to be, the one that you don't want to be anymore. Letting go of all that can be hard. It can be super difficult. Because as weird as it sounds, there's a degree of comfort in living at rock bottom because you know what to expect. However, you've actively chosen to do better for your life, and that is so noteworthy and respectable. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I truly wish you the best, and good luck in making these changes for the better. Please do update and let everyone know how it's going. Our next story is from user LadyBear, but first, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you can get more of your daily dose of Reddit Happy. I quit my soul-sucking job today to go back to school at age 30 to change careers. I'm a little bit scared, nervous, yet hopeful about stepping into the unknown. After 10 years, the next 2 weeks will be my last days in post-production and advertising. On one hand, this industry taught me how to be resilient, how to communicate my needs better, and it paid a very pretty penny. On the other hand, at the end of my long days, I never got that sense of fulfillment that I was putting something good into the world. The job only gave me a sense of what I thought other people perceived as cool, and I no longer want to live for the approval of others. So, I took about a year to self-reflect, and I came to the conclusion that the field of nursing may be the right fit for me. I've always been interested in health and sciences and helping people. I also don't want to go to school for more than 5 years, so nursing fits. I signed up to take my prerequisites. I'm moving out of New York City, back into my parents' house to save some money, and off on the journey of rewarding and fulfilling work I go. So, here I stand. A little bit scared, nervous, and hopeful about stepping into the unknown. Scared thoughts come up of, what if I fail? Nervous thoughts too of, am I making the right choice? Have I invested all this time and energy into building something good to throw it all away? What if I hate the new career? And excited thoughts. I can't wait to learn new things and be challenged. Thanks for reading. You know, LP, there's this post that I keep seeing circulate on Facebook where it's a meme talking about how starting school after 25 is still an amazing thing, getting married or getting a degree at 30 is still just as epic, starting a family at 35 is still an admirable thing, getting a house at 40 is a boss move, things like that. That just really kind of reinforces the idea of it's never too late to just kind of up and change things. Yeah, there's a lot of nervousness and anxiousness in doing something where you don't know how it's going to end. But believe me, it's worth it. Frick, if you want a career decision that is full of nervousness and anxiousness and just scared thoughts, try starting a YouTube channel and see how that goes. I know exactly what you're going through, but trust me, if you feel like you're doing something good, even if it's just to help one person, then it's all worth it. Congratulations on having the courage to push yourself to do something this scary and unknown, and please do update and let people know how your journey's going. This next post is from user We're Gonna Be Okay. Today was day 1 of my journey. I'd love it if you guys would join me. The realization that my friends weren't good for me was pretty apparent from the start. The relationship focused on alcohol primarily, with a side order of me filling in as their therapist when they needed me. I was the one they would go to if they were feeling suicidal or anxious, but they never came to me. They'd joke at my expense, mock me for being skinny, mock me for the music I liked and the clothes I wear. Today, I sent the final text message that I'll ever send them. It was innocuous, and they have no idea what I'm doing. After that, I began the first run of couch to 5K. Sweated my butt off and got attacked by a cute dog, but I did it. I had been building this up for the longest time, and yet now I realize I can do it. And I can have the body that I want. Tomorrow, I'm signing up for swimming classes because although I can swim, I can't swim well, and it's been on my list of priorities. I'm getting the tattoo I always wanted, and I'm gonna figure out some muscle building exercises to go along with my jogging. I'm gonna order the albums I wanted to buy on vinyl, but I was mocked for wanting to do so. I'm gonna beat my depression diagnosis and get into the career I always wanted. I'm gonna stop letting other people rule my life and take control of my own. And I'm gonna document it all. I want you guys who are as lost and troubled as me to know that we may have to struggle, but we can make it in the end. All it takes is a single moment of recognition, a single spark that makes us realize that the position we are in is untenable. No more lies to other people or ourselves. Well, OP, props to you for recognizing what was holding you back and moving forward. You know, that final text message, that final severing of that tie can be so awesome and therapeutic. I remember when I did that to one particular ex, when I finally cut her out of my life, and it was just such a relief because she never brought anything positive to it. You are taking good steps, you are making good, active changes to try and make your life better, and that is always admirable. Please continue to document this, continue to post about it, let people know how you're doing and where things are going for you, where this journey is taking you. You'd say you'd love it for us to join you, and I would be happy to do so. Thank you so much for sharing, and like I said, please continue to update. That was r/deciding to be better, and if you want more stories of people making changes in their life for the better, then go ahead and check out the playlist link in the description below. Now you go out there, have a great day, I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, I'm Exile451, stay beautiful people.